So what's up? I want to talk about firing your clients, right? I don't know if you guys ever been in a situation where you have this high maintenance client who is like barking orders at you, who is basically like second guessing everything you're doing and going behind your back to basically do their own, like let's say you do a bit of work for them and they actually end up doing the same thing on their end because they are so type A that they need to control everything. I had a client like this one time, came in through one of my funnels, bought my course, and then they wanted us to do a done for you funnel for them. And this guy, I can't remember how much he paid. It was like over 10 grand for what we were doing. And my team, we were building things out for him. It was looking really good, but he was like never satisfied. And I'm gonna just put this out there right now that, yes, there's validity in saying the customer is always right, but at the same time, if you've created parameters around what your services are and you start to go outside of those parameters and you're not being either A, paid for those outside services or respected for those outside services, then the problem that's gonna happen is that you're gonna show resentment, you're not gonna get anything done, and they're gonna get pissed off. And so we set up those parameters ahead of time, but he started to float outside of those parameters. And I remember one call, this guy, I remember he started yelling at my team. I told my team, I was like, guys, all right, I need you to get off the call right now. Get off the call right now. My team got off the call, and I told this client, I said, listen, you never, I'm gonna say that, I said, never fucking talk to my team like that ever again. If you ever talk to my team like that again, we are discontinuing this relationship. We will no longer be working for you, and you can take everything you have right now and go. But if you ever talk to my team like that again, we're done. And I said that, and it freaked him out. And it was completely, the kind of the opposite of what would be happening for a customer or a client business relationship. But those are moments that you may run into, and you have to stay firm with what you're doing. And if you have a team of people that work for you, you have to have their back no matter what. And if some jerk is coming in and attacking your team, then you need to defend that team because it's your team, right? Those are your people. And those are things that you might face in your life where you may have clients that are like that. And so some things to avoid clients where that happens. And unfortunately, I think on us, we didn't also set up the parameters enough for this guy. And that's on me, okay? We needed to do that better and set those parameters up. But in the future for you, if you're gonna do something like that, set up parameters and boundaries and let them know the expectation of what they're going to achieve, okay? Instead of, hey, we can do all this awesome stuff for you, and then you may not do that, right? So don't oversell it. Give expectations, but realistic expectations, and then communicate every step of the way. And above all, don't let your team get trampled on, and protect your team, okay? So that's just what you do sometimes when you have a high maintenance client. And the way, some ways also to avoid that, getting to that high maintenance point where you're getting to that maybe a yelling state or having to fire a client. But we all get there. You've probably been there before where you wanted to fire a client. And sometimes, to protect your team, you gotta fire that person, right? Gotta get rid of that client first. All right. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you.